A quick video today on Seijun Suzuki's Take Aim at the Police Van, released in 1960. Seijun Suzuki is one of the greatest artists of Japanese cinema. From 1956 to 1967, he directed 40 feature films, after which he was blacklisted by all of Japan's major film production companies. Why was this, you would ask? The production company which had employed Suzuki throughout his career, Nikatsu, grew rather upset with the gradual experimentation and controversial elements of Suzuki's films, particularly beginning with 1966's Tattooed Life. Tokyo Drifter, released that same year, further irked the bosses at Nikatsu, and 1967's Branded to Kill, shot in black and white because Suzuki was forced to, signaled the end of his time at Nikatsu. Suzuki would, of course, return to filmmaking years later, and from 1980 to 1991, he directed the truly legendary Taisho Roman trilogy, which, to me, is where Suzuki really ascends into the Hall of Greatest Japanese film directors. And film directors, period, for that matter. Not that I don't absolutely love his work at Nikatsu, however. I already enjoy the vast genre of Japanese Yakuza pictures, though Suzuki's are, in the eyes of many enthusiasts I am sure, the most brazen, strange, and passionately unique. Motivated by boredom, allegedly, Suzuki would alter the banal screenplays he was hired for in order to construct some of the most unpredictable, surreal, and kinetic crime genre films ever made in Japan or anywhere. Take Aim at the Police Van is one of my favourites from this era of Suzuki's work. It seems to invoke, for me, American film noir in particular, as it involves an amateur investigator becoming embroiled in a vast, seemingly inexplicable conspiracy, and acting as an occasional pawn for their machinations. He is misled by mysterious women and has many a pistol pointed in his face. A prison truck is attacked by a sniper, killing 2 prisoners. Police are unable to find a lead on this case, and so prison guard, and witness to the crime, Daijiro Tamon, opts to embark upon his own private investigation. Tamon has been suspended for 6 weeks as a result of the incident and chooses to treat it as a holiday of sorts. Some holiday it is. Tamon investigates one of the surviving prisoners. Goro is accosted by gangsters, who he later allies with somewhat, investigates the Hamaju agency, modeling agency potentially involved in the trafficking of young girls, and is determined to uncover the identity of the shadowy, feared Akiba. Narratively, it plays out like a strange dream, and aesthetically it almost reminds me of a comic book. There was a noticeable playfulness to this film's execution, exemplified by slick edits, satisfying symmetry, jazz numbers, peculiar faces, and a general oddness. It contains that feeling one gets from a number of Suzuki films of this period, wherein it seems as though the protagonist is up against some omnipresent, all-powerful cabal of some kind, rather than the messy mobsters of the more grounded traditional Yakuza films, or later the documentary ugliness inspired by Kinji Fukasaku's work through the 70s. This one is an absolute joy to watch. Aside from delivering an enticing, perplexing mystery narrative, Take Aim at the Police Van is a prime example of a film which has one speculating and entranced at all of the creative decisions employed by its director. Every shot feels so specific and coordinated, one gets the feel of an authoritarian auteur who demands his watermark upon every frame. Occasionally surreal, often unstable, always energetic, Take Aim at the Police Van is an incredibly vivacious Seijun Suzuki classic.